Hey there, Andrew here with South Appalachian Weather, July 10th, 2026, about 9 o'clock a.m. Eastern Daylight Time as I'm recording this, with another briefing, this time due to the threat of some flooding and flash flooding across our region as we head through the next couple of days. We've actually got a flood watch. Technically, it is a flood watch in effect for our North Carolina counties and then also for Polk County, Tennessee. No flood watch is in effect on the Georgia side of the line as of right now when I'm recording this, but we do have both today and tomorrow a slight risk for the risk of flash flooding. So again, that's for the extreme rain outlook, or ERO, not to be confused with a risk of severe weather as in wind and hail and tornadoes. This is primarily a risk of flooding and flash flooding across our region over the next couple of days. Now, looking at the latest information from the weather models, I'm not even going to bring it up because honestly, to be perfectly frank with you, it's a confusing mess. Pretty much what we are looking at is a round of rain overnight tonight across our entire region, and then also the possibility of some tomorrow. Now, as that rainfall accumulates, we're looking at pretty much a widespread 2 inches, which again, very needed. We're still behind on our rainfall. We're still technically classified as being in a drought, even with all the rainfall we've continued to accumulate here over the last couple of weeks. So with that in mind, the reason why I say it's a confusing mess is I'm seeing some model outputs that are putting some training thunderstorms producing a tremendous amount of rainfall. Then I'm seeing other model outputs that are really not giving us even that widespread 2 inches that the Weather Service is forecasting. So there's a lot of variability in this. I certainly understand why we have the watch, given what's going on back across Tennessee this morning, with them continuing to accumulate a pretty significant amount of rainfall north of Nashville as of this morning. But all of that to say, again, you've heard me say it before, just be weather aware as we head through the next couple of days. We may have a couple of embedded stronger thunderstorms. We're not looking at even as significant of severe weather as we had over the last couple weeks. As you can see behind me out the truck window, pretty much across our entire region this morning, we're dealing with very humid conditions, low hanging clouds, little pockets of fog here and there. So the humidity is up, but we just don't have that intense heat that we were dealing with a couple of weeks ago. So this is pretty much primarily going to be a rainfall event. And once we get that round of rain tonight, whatever that ends up accumulating to be, tomorrow is when we'll see that possibility even more so of flooding and flash flooding in low-lying areas if we see large accumulations of rainfall in a short period of time. So that's pretty much what I've got. Again, not really even any maps to show because, the whole region highlighted in yellow once again because of the ERO over the next couple of days. We've got that, again, that flood watch is in effect through the next couple of days north of the Georgia line. But really, our whole region could see that possibility of some isolated flooding and flash flooding. So pretty much the usual advice. If you live near a creek or a river, be aware of the water levels and be prepared to seek higher ground if flooding is observed or if a warning is issued. If you've got livestock in low-lying fields that are near a creek or a river, same story. Be aware, be prepared to move them to higher ground if necessary. And the biggest thing of all that affects every last one of us, please do not drive through floodwaters. Do not drive on a flooded roadway. It's very dangerous. The Weather Service has said for decades now, turn around, don't drown, and there's a reason for it. So I'll update this if there's any further information or any significant changes. I don't really anticipate there to be, but definitely keep a lookout for the latest information from the Weather Service, and please heed any warnings from them or any advice from local officials as we head through this weekend.